Welcome to the channel, you guys. My name is Stan, the Dirt Monkey. If you're not familiar with me, in this next one, we're gonna call the no CM scam. I'm a contractor and been a contractor for 30 plus years, and I deal day to day with contractors on different types of projects. And the scam that I'm gonna walk you through today has happened to me personally twice. Once when I needed this roof repaired, and the second time when I needed a well repaired. And we're gonna dive into exactly what these contractors pull and how they get away with it. But today's project that we're going to be working on is my well up at my cabin. We call it Shangri Lodge. Has ran dry. It's basically failed. So with that being said, we've got to go up there and get it repaired. So let's get the equipment ready. Let's head north. And then let's show you what we're talking about with the no CM scam. The no CM scam is when a contractor tells you that they did work or installed a part or material, but you have no way of verifying if they actually did it. But there is a way to protect yourself against the no CM scam, and that's what we're going to cover today. We're going to give you examples of how contractors can pull it and also how you can protect yourself. We're going to head north with the mini excavator today to repair the well, but we're also going to show you exactly how the no CM scam was pulled on myself and how I figured out how to protect myself from having it happen again down the road. Oh, you snugged that right into the ramps, huh? Oh. Hey, question, how do you like this? Do you still like it? The Diamond C trailer?
I like it a lot.
Yeah?
It's heavy, but I like it a lot.
Heavy? I think
So
this
it extends your
overall deck. Yeah, because now you don't have wasted space on the ramps. Yeah, so Blaine is saying this space is typically wasted just for a ramp, but by being able to fold it up and the way they got it designed, we actually use that for. Yep. There you go. So it looks like Jack's gonna do the 2 tie downs with 1 chain trick. I like it. Hey, sounds like they're already getting stuff fired up.
Hey, I'm gonna park these behind the garage just so they're on eyesight.
Okay.
You know, I don't like the bees around here pretty good.
Yeah. Okay, sounds good. Hey, I got a temporary building coming too.
I know.
So it's here. I'm gonna have it on Monday, so I'll bring it up. We can set it up.
Okay.
And we'll park everything in it. Yeah, we'll hide stuff. So we get the. Yeah. You got the cars moved okay?
Yeah.
I saw you towing them.
The mini loader works just fine.
Yeah. I wouldn't, like, if you would have said, oh, hey, you're gonna fall in love with that machine, I would have said, you're full of it as a Christmas turkey. That's what my dad would say, right? But I see you now, you use it all the time. I use it all the time.
And then with the turf tires, it doesn't tear up the grass. You have minimal tearing up when you're turning and stuff.
Well, it was soaking wet down there. I put the dock in with it last weekend, and there was that much water in my lawn standing from all the rain.
Yeah.
You can't tell this week where I was at.
Yeah.
All right, well, I got to get the key and get this thing off. The reason the mini excavator is brought up north is because the well has been giving us problems. This is not the first time the well has given us problems. The first time the well gave us problems, I hired a different contractor to come in and repair the well. And what he told me he did and what I learned later on that he did didn't match up. Well, let me just explain that to you in a few minutes here, but let's show you what we're working on. So supposedly there is a tank buried under, should be straight below, just so you know, Zach, right below this conduit pipe, should be a pressure tank, but it's going to be 8 foot deep. The only thing I want to do right now is just make sure that I'm not going to cut any wires.
Yeah, digging around it.
Digging around it, yeah. All right, I'm gonna take a couple.
Well, the wire's going that way, you know, obviously, but
yep.
It's going to be underneath it from the bottom of this conduit. I would
Oh, I
imagine
get it.
someplace. Something.
I figure I'm gonna do all my digging on this side, Frankie,
Yeah.
and then we can cave in
Yeah.
to the hole around it so that we're not digging through any precious wires. To do this repair, we've got to expose the underground buried pressure tank and replace that. So the plan is to dig around the well casing because we've got wires all the way around it, plus piping around it. There's two things happening here. One is I'm digging very slowly and cautiously because I'm feeling for any resistance. As I'm pulling back on the excavator bucket, if I hit a wire or if I hit a pipe, I can actually feel that resistance go through the machine and I can instantly stop what I'm doing. The second thing that's happening here is I've got a hand dig. I can't locate those utilities because a public utility locator does not locate private utilities. And the piping from a well into a structure is not a public utility, it's private. So there's no way for me to possibly locate this other than just being extra cautious as I'm doing the dig.
Well, my first question is, are you looking for gold?
No.
So anyways, I forgot to mention that. On these wells now, I mean, I'm not Joe well guy or anything,
Yeah,
but
no.
there's pipe. I don't know how deep you are, but they put the pipe down the middle and there's a motor on it that pushes.
Yep.
That's where you get your pressures.
Yep.
So I don't understand your pressure tank.
I don't either.
I don't get it either.
Okay.
That's why I got the well guy coming out here this afternoon. All right, guys, I'm gonna jump in here because in the original video I pulled down because there was a mistake where one of the local contractors up in the Sturgeon Lake area was actually being blamed for the one that did this work when actually nothing could be further from the truth. My goal with these videos is to educate you guys while I also entertain you guys. And the last thing I want to do is have that come at the expense of some company that has nothing to do with what happened in this video. What occurred in this video occurred approximately 10 years ago. And the contractor that did it, I attempt to track down, and he stopped returning my phone calls and then pretty much just disappeared off the map. Trust me, guys, if I could locate this guy and name him, I would. I just don't want some local company being hurt by this video. I really want you guys to be able, every time you watch one of my videos, to be able to pull some kind of useful information out of them that will help benefit you in some way, but not while I bore you to death. So I try to make interesting videos that always give you a little bit of a takeaway, but not at someone's expense. Second thing I want to clear up is that central pressure tank being buried right next to the well casing. The reason for that is I have two houses on the property, and anytime you typically would have a pressure tank in the house, but then you have to keep that house heated. One of the houses I usually like to take offline, not always, but sometimes. And if I have a pressure tank in each house, then I can never take that house offline. I've got to heat it year round. And so by burying one central pressure tank and getting it below the frost line 8 foot deep, I'm safe and I don't have to worry about which house I can take offline or online. Now,
Or if I hit anything actually, but the tank mainly. Yeah.
let's probe on this side too, Frankie. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to come around to the other side and dig it out. I want to bench it so that it's safe and wide, and we got to be switching tanks and everything in there, you know. Answer me. So I get the next guy that's coming out.
Isn't that sad? They don't call you back.
He won't call me back. The next guy comes out that's coming out today, Aaron. He pulls out the pump, sets it in my driveway, puts a new pump in, sets the box for the new pump, you know, next to it.
Yep.
And I look at the old pump that had put in for me, the new pump that he put in. It was 12 years old.
Really?
He didn't put a new pump in.
Put a used pump in.
He put a used pump. I even I'm like, I couldn't even get him to answer my calls. Was this a refurbished one? Because I thought you were putting a new one in. Yeah. I'm going to guess the dude didn't put nothing in because that was...
Did some wiring or did something and...
Yeah, charged me for a new pump.
It's a shoddy business, you know, but
That's like that's the what I call the no see 'em scam.
Well,
You
yeah,
can't
right.
see the work. You
Right.
can't verify what they did because it's, you know, buried underground.
You gotta trust them, right?
Yep.
Right.
And since I had that original problem, I switched well companies and never had a problem again until my buried underground pressure tank failed. And that means I've got a lot of digging to do. Which way does it go?
Well, I think I would imagine the tank's here, and the one goes around must go to the house. That one, you know, from the tank or whatever.
So you think the tank might be...
I'm thinking the tank's way over here. There's something there. Maybe. Yeah,
Oh, sweet!
I would say there's something right down here.
You guys aren't familiar with what benching out means. I'm creating ledges down in the hole. And that helps prevent cave-ins where a guy could get trapped. Instead of having vertical sidewalls, I have ledged sidewalls or stairs, stair stepping down. Most guys that run utility companies or work in utility companies have trench boxes. And a trench box is safety vertical sidewalls that hold the sides from collapsing in, and then they crawl down into the middle. A trench box is typically used in street utilities where they can't oversize. But when we're just out working in the country, we just oversize the holes and stair step down the sides to make sure that they're safe. I can't imagine that this underground tank would be much bigger than one that goes inside of a house.
Well, yeah.
What would the benefit be of having a really...
Steel, you know, you think it'd rust. You know, eventually, you think it'd rust in the ground like that, but it doesn't seem like to be... Must be whatever coating they put on there, I suppose, is the protective, but man, you think it would rust away?
I don't know. I've never heard of burying a
Okay.
pressure tank underground before.
I don't mess with the deep wells though. But yeah,
Must be a thing. All right, guys, I'm here with Tyler, and he was just educating me on. It's called a bison, Tyler. A bison hand pump.
Yep.
So you can actually put a hand pump alongside of a standard well, so if you have no power forever, you can just keep pumping water.
Yep. It's just a hand pump that bypasses the pitless down below, and you can just use both of them.
But it's $5,000 just for the pump itself.
Yep.
God, that's insane.
But I can get you pictures and stuff.
Cool. All right.
I don't know if it works with 5-inch wells. I'm pretty sure it does, but I'll have to talk to my dad.
Huh. Oh, is it Aaron your dad?
Yep.
Oh, cool. That's pretty cool. To expose that pressure tank challenged the mini excavator. It was actually over the maximum digging depth of the machine. So to get to the bottom of it, I had to actually dig a ramp down into the hole to expose the tank and then use that same ramp to climb the mini excavator back out. Your dad's Aaron, right? Yep. And these are the guys. I've used these guys for a long time. Good people. Good people. So if you're in northern Minnesota and you need a well, don't use them too much in case I need to use them. This is the new tank, huh? I can't reach down in there. I can't ride right up to it, and that's beyond the bottom depth that will go. So it is what it is. If I drove right up to the edge of the hole, I risked collapsing it in, and we wanted to have virgin soil below that pressure tank. So that meant that that water and any soil we disturbed just had to be hand bucketed out. Hey, Mike, or Tyler, there's a lot of really putrid water in the bottom of this. Is that normal, or is that unusual, or something else going on with it?
If it's bad, it's normal.
What's that?
If it's bad, it's normal, because inside that tank there is a bladder, or a diaphragm.
Yeah.
So when that diaphragm punctures, the whole thing acts as like just a tank. There's no air pressure pushing it back.
Okay.
So water will just stay in there.
So if the tank is bad, it's normal to see bad water in it.
Yeah, it's just stagnant water, yeah.
But if the tank is good, you shouldn't see that?
Shouldn't see as much, no.
Okay, so we've got it cranked up to 80 pounds of pressure because we were compensating, trying to get it fixed. We're gonna turn it down, and Tyler's got a pressure gauge in his hand. Do you gotta run that back on the house again, Tyler? Okay. So he's gonna hook that up to the outside spigot. I'll drain some pressure off from it, and then we'll see where we're at. What are you seeing?
Turned on at about 43. I shut off at 60. So we're all set. So I'll get this wrapped up. I'm gonna shovel some dirt onto it just so it protects it.
Okay. I'm gonna shovel a lot of dirt onto it. I'm not compacting this area because I would rather deal with potential settlement down the road than to deal with any issues by over compacting on the pressure tank. All right, guys, well, let's check out what we've got done. We've got everything backfilled, everything is graded out, well is in, and it's operational. But the point of this video was the no-see-em scam. And how do you protect yourself from the no-see-em scam? Well, references go a long way, but that doesn't guarantee that you're going to get what you get. You as the homeowner have the right to watch and observe the work as it goes in place. Now I'm going to ask you to not look right over the contractor's shoulders, because that's kind of rude and it kind of bugs the heck out of us. But you should be able to, if you're buying parts and materials, you should be able to see the packages at the very minimum. To make sure that they're going in, you should be able to, before they go in and disappear, you should ask for pictures or maybe even a brief video as it's going in place. Good reputable contractors got no problem doing that. We appreciate doing that. You know why we appreciate doing that? Because then we know you're not worried about it later on, and it's so simple for us to do. We'll gladly do it. It's not an imposition, and it should be your right. And if you have a person and they don't want to let you do that, well, then maybe you're working with the wrong person. I hate to say that, but like the guy Tyler I was working with, he had no problem showing me everything and asking and answering questions. And you guys may notice that a lot of the contractors I work with have zero problems talking to me. We have no problem as a contractor, we have no problem talking to you, the homeowners, the customers. We want to make you happy. The last thing we want is a bad review. All right, guys, I'm going to jump in here because I think that last part is important enough that it's worth repeating. To protect yourself from the no-see-em scam, just simply ask for a picture or even a short video showing that part or piece of material going into place if it happens to be in a spot where you can't easily access it. I actually learned this trick from a mechanic's shop. As they were doing work on my vehicles, wherever there was a part going in place that I couldn't see what it was, they were taking pictures and videos and automatically sending them to me. And it just helped me feel more comfortable with what was going on. And it's in my opinion that a good contractor really is there to help take the weight off from your shoulders, and will gladly do something as simple as send you a picture or a video to make sure that you're comfortable with the work that you're paying for. And so don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to watch. If you're working with the right person, you'll be in good hands, and I hope you are in good hands. I hope you enjoyed today's video. That's all we got for you on this one. If you have enjoyed it or picked some bit of wisdom out of it, a thumbs up goes a long way. And if you know of a scam where you were taken and you felt like you bought something, one thing, and you didn't get another, I would love to hear any scam. I just want to hear about it, because the no-see-em scam is more common than you would think, unfortunately. So hope this video's helped you out. God bless you guys. Go get them, and we will catch you guys on another one.